All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Section 4, Jackson's approach to governing. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a political cartoon. I want you to think about what you see, analyze it, read through Section 4, and complete the notes for it, then check those notes. So here we go. Take a look at some of the details in this political cartoon and think about what you see. So, who do we think that the animal at the top represents? Who might that be in our study so far and what we're talking about? If you're thinking maybe it's Andrew Jackson, you'd be exactly right. And notice the strings that he's got attached to all the different things and the people below and what they're doing and some of those kinds of things. So, some things to think about. So we got to think, why do you think Andrew Jackson is pictured this way? So what might be the reasons for, really making him look like this kind of demonic character? Think about some of those things. What I want you to do is I want you to read through section 4 and complete the reading notes. What you're going to do is you're going to notice here that you're going to add dialogue to the speech bubbles to reflect what the common people and upper class might have felt about Andrew Jackson's approach to governing. And you're going to want to use the words civil servants and spoils system. So you're going to do it from the point of view of the common people and the upper class. Think about who his supporters were and who his detractors were, the people that didn't support him, his opponents. And then number 2, do you think Jackson's approach to governing promoted democracy, and explain why or why not? And remember, democracy is government for the people. So what did he do to expand democracy, make it give the people more government or more power in the government? So you take one side and be able to explain that. So now you go to your book, do your reading, fill out your notes, and we'll be back. All right, welcome back. I hope you got the reading done because you need to. That's where the details are. That's where your success lies, at least taking a look so you can get familiar with some of those terms. But so let's think about how common people might have thought about this. This particular example says Jackson is a strong leader who does what he thinks is right. We agree with his decision to replace civil servants, rotating them as more democratic than lifetime service. So there might be some information in there to help you understand how some people believe he was promoting democracy. So let's take a look at the other side here, the upper class. What did they think about Andrew Jackson's approach to governing? The men in Andrew Jackson's kitchen cabinet are not the proper sort to be running the country, and Jackson has created a spoils system that rewards his supporters, not the most qualified. So there you've got two opposing points of view about Jackson's approach to governing, talking about things like the spoils system, the kitchen cabinet, and those are some terms that you're going to want to make sure you're familiar with. So there's a couple of examples for you, but again, make sure reading through the sections, applying that information to your notes. Then the question remains, do you think this promoted democracy, and explain why or why not? And we'll leave that to you because that's the big higher order thinking question here. So let's go back to our cartoon. So who might the people attached to the strings be? So we want to think about that. Are these going to be Jackson's supporters, or are they going to be Jackson's opponents? Okay, so think about some of those things. So from the cartoonist point of view, what do you think is the cartoonist's opinion of these people? Does he think that they're being used maybe? Do you think that they're trying to get Andrew Jackson? Think about what the cartoonist's opinion of these people might be with this demonic character portrayed as Andrew Jackson, kind of holds things over their heads and that kind of stuff. According to the cartoonist, does Jackson's approach to governing promote democracy? So this is where you really got to put your thinking cap on and say, well, does this actually give more power to the people, or is he taking power away? But from the cartoonist point of view, what do we think here? Okay, so I'm going to leave you to think about that. Again, if you're not familiar with some of the terms, look them up. They're only a couple clicks away, so make sure that you do that. And we'll see you here soon for section 5.